Hey guys, Regan here. Totally not me re-recording the video because I definitely didn't forget to hit record. Anyway, this week at Bungie, we got some last minute information as far as Val the Disciple raid goes. Contest mode will be beginning March 5th at 10 a.m. Pacific and ending Saturday, March 6th at 10 a.m. Pacific. During the duration of the contest mode, we will be capped at 1530 power level. Now, what that means is it doesn't matter what your gear score is, much like in the legendary campaign, you will be no higher than 1530. This time around, the artifact powered is enabled, but it's only going to give you that benefit to that 1530 cap. We do have some gear that will be disabled for the raid. That includes the Ikelos SMG, the Imperial Needle, bow, the Grand Overture exotic machine gun, Wardcliff Foil exotic rocket launcher, Wormgod Caress Titan exotic gauntlets, Peregrine Greaves Titan exotic legs, and the Suppressing Glaive artifact armor mod. This is due to a number of different glitches and bugs tied to those items. How do you know that you win? Well, the first team to complete all encounters, loot the final chest, and return to orbit will earn the title of World's First. Winners will be announced over on the Destiny the Game Twitter account after a validation process. So obviously, World's First, they get that awesome belt, which on my thumbnail, it's gonna be the closest I get to the belt because we may not be finishing World's First, but we're definitely gonna be World's Quickest to Fun, World's Most Recent. Those are the type of titles we're gonna get. But that's fine. That's fine. There's a really cool emblem that you get for completing Val the Disciple within the first 24 hours. Also, if you complete it within the first week, there is a dope jacket that you can get as part of the Bungie rewards. Also, 2 other pins that are available for completing the raid during this season. Now, Bungie also discussed a couple of different things and feedback that they were receiving. The number one thing that they mentioned was the Wellspring weapon drop rates. Wellspring is the new 6-player match-made activity, offering an offensive and defensive variation of the activity on a daily rotation. There's 4 different Throne World weapons that we can receive from the Wellspring, but if you're to believe the community, where these weapons at, how they drop, how often they drop, you know, it's kind of RNG has been really bad, really bad with that. Now, in a patch targeting next Thursday, Bungie will be increasing the drop chances for the standard and deep sight resonant versions of these weapons so that we can finally start getting some more evidence board quests completed, as crafting these weapons are tied to those quests. Ascendant alloys are the other thing that are getting a boost into the drop rate. So Bungie will be increasing the chances of receiving Ascendant alloy through Master Wellspring completions, and not just by the difficulty, but based on the completion levels. So, you know, aiming to get that gold and platinum completion so that we can get Ascendant alloys more quickly, as that is a that is the way for us to be able to unlock enhanced traits for the weapons that we're crafting. Now, the last thing that Bungie mentioned specifically with the feedback that they were receiving was vis-a-vis Gambit. I was one of those people that were really excited for Gambit a couple weeks ago when I went over to TWAB. I mentioned how I'd be jumping back in and playing more often, and I've, you know, last week and this week I went in, did my 3 matches, called it a day. It is still pretty bad even in the freelance mode, and the number one reason for that is the heavy weapon usage, which they specifically called out. Now that heavy ammo is pretty much available throughout the entire game, as you clear the fronts, there's a heavy ammo what's the word I'm looking for, cache that you can open up. And so it's far easier to have rockets, and, you know, when we talk rockets, we're talking galley. So they're tracking that. Also, the invader frequency, so they made some changes to how often you can invade, but it still kind of feels like once you pull that primeval, you're just constantly one after the other getting invaded, and it is kind of difficult to juggle that. Now, I understand that's pretty much the main basis of Gambit, but it still really makes the experience very not fun. And then lastly, primeval health, they said that they noticed some reports of lengthy boss phases because of those skill invaders after that change to the primeval healing. So they're going to keep on looking back, and they said they'll report back in the next few weeks once they have some time to collect some more feedback and additional data, so that they can kind of let us know what, if any, next steps are going to be. This month, if you have Amazon Prime and you have your Bungie account linked to your Prime, to your Twitch Prime account, Amazon Prime, Prime Gaming. If you have your Bungie connected to Prime Gaming, the Hard Light Exotic bundle is available for pickup. You get the Hard Light, which is an exotic auto rifle that can facilitate between all three, well, not all, well, three of the four different different damage types that we have in the game. You also get an ornament for it. You get an exotic sparrow, 2 limited time cosmetics, a ghost hologram, and a new emblem for the season called One of Us. Bungie talked about the patch that they released today, hotfix 4.0.0.2, which fixed a number of issues that people were having in Dares of Eternity and a couple of issues with different armor pieces. They also disabled a couple of traits, weapon crafting traits, enhanced 1-2 punch, as well as enhanced pulse monitor. They have been disabled if your weapon was utilizing the enhanced version of those traits. The regular version will now be re-enabled, or will be on your weapon until the enhanced versions get re-enabled at a future date. They also discussed if you're having issues not getting any Wellspring armor rewards, that you should go to Finch and check to make sure that you have claimed all of the armor that he provides, so that the armor could drop correctly from the Wellspring activity. Also, big shout out to the Destiny community as a whole. They recently did their Game to Give charity initiative. I believe it was yesterday was the final day of the initiative. And if I'm not mistaken, DMG did tweet out that they raised over $100,000 for Game to Give. And that's amazing. They also released the Wear TWAB shirt with 10% of the profit from the sales of the Wear TWAB shirt also going to the Bungie Foundation. So that's awesome. It's one of my favorite reasons to be a part of this community. Guardians is much more, at least to me, and I think to a lot of people who play Destiny, Guardians is a lot more than just your character. I really do see that the charitable side of the Destiny community is just hands down one of like it's just awesome. It's just awesome. I can't even put into words. It's the reason why I got into streaming, seeing other Destiny content creators stream for a good cause. It's what brought me into wanting to stream and become a content creator. It's just amazing, and to be able to see that they raised that much money, and I believe that was just during the block. It's incredible. It's incredible. So yeah, that's Destiny community. Y'all are amazing. But that about wraps up the TWAB recap for today. I do want to say that if you're interested, I will be running the raid race on Saturday with, like I said, with a few of my friends. We have raided before. We've participated in other raid races. I just had a lot of fun times, just talking, doing the mess, and just making fun of each other. It's a good time. So if you're interested, links will be down below, twitch.tv/freaking catch it over there. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the pyramids on Saturday, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your nights.